What's up, y'all? We out at the range, as you can see behind me, doing some more testing out here. And as you can see by the title, we're moving back to some 380 testing. Now, 380 is pretty controversial these days because of the whole new 30 super defense, or 30 whatever it is that Federal's coming out with, the new ammo that's coming out. I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly impressed with any of it from what I've read or what I've seen. I think it's another round that's a solution looking for a problem, if you ask me. But we'll see how it shakes out. But anyway, we're doing another 380 test today. As you can see, we've got our chronograph, got a couple blocks of gel here. Now, I've done a couple tests already in it, so I'll leave some links up above if y'all hadn't seen those. But what we're testing here today, again, like I say, is 380. And what we're going to do today is we're going to test the exact same projectile by two different manufacturers, two different loads of it. So we got the Hornady American Gunner, and then we got the Underwood here. Now, both of them 380, both of them 90 grain XTP projectiles, so the exact same projectiles in both of these. Appearance wise, they're exactly the same, other than the nickel plated case that the Underwood uses, but that's not going to have any bearing on performance, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. Now, as far as stated velocity on the boxes, the Hornady American Gunner is calling for 1,000. The Underwood says 1,025. So we're going to see if that's really true or not. The tool we're using today is a 3.5-inch barreled M&P Shield EZ 380 Performance Center. So should be a pretty good test of these rounds. So let's see if who loads these things makes much difference. Let me get y'all set up and we'll get started. All right, y'all, let's get this 380 party started. We're going to start out with the Hornady American Gunners. We'll get a 3-round speed average on these things and see what they're moving. Like I say, the box velocity was saying 1,000. Don't say what length barrel, but this is probably above average for most 380s. So I'm looking for 1,000 out of these, but let's see what we get. $935. 894 and 869. So we definitely didn't get our 1,000. Let's go check that average out. All right, so 3-round average on the Hornady American Gunner was a lowly 899 feet per second. That's definitely not what I wanted to see out of that, but let me reset it. Let's see if these Underwoods can do any better. All right, y'all, let's see if Underwood loads Hornady's own projectile better than they do it themselves. I suspect it's gonna be better. Well, let's see what we get, y'all. 3-round average on these. $980, $970, and another $970. So let's go check that average out. So 3-round average on the Underwood with the XTP projectile was 973 feet per second. Still short of what they're claiming, but like I say, who knows what kind of barrel they did that testing out of. There's no telling. So definitely better than the Hornadys though, because if y'all remember that one, it was 899, so 74 feet per second faster out of the Underwood. Not a whole lot, but when you're talking about these low velocities, close to 10% faster. So let me get all this stuff reset and let's see what that equals in the jelly. All right, y'all, it's who loads it better jelly time. We're gonna start out with the Hornady American Gunners and see what they working with in the gel here. See what we can do with it. All right, good clean hit. Let's go see what happened down there. All right, y'all, that's not too shabby from what I'm seeing down there, to be honest. Pretty good performance out of that Hornady American Gunner. So let's see if this Underwood can match or outdo it. I'm gonna try to put this thing pretty high because it's so I can keep it clear of those other tracks so y'all can see good. If we go out, we'll just take another one. So here we go, y'all. All right, I think I went right above that other one, which should work out good for checking it out. Let me go down there and see what it looks like. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what we got here. This is actually some pretty interesting results and not what I expected to see. As you can see, these two right here on the top are what we just done. This bottom one is the Hornady American Gunner. The top one is the Underwood. And as you can see, both wound channels look really nice for a 380. Both of them look almost identical as far as the wound channel size and the penetration on it. The Hornady American Gunner is a good bit further than that Underwood went. Now, it does look like the Underwood expanded a little bit more or folded back a little bit more. It's hard to tell if that equaled more size or if it just folded back, but we'll pull it here and check it out here in a second. So, you know, you do a little bit more velocity, you do expect more expansion, so you do expect less penetration. So just glancing at this before I look at these projectiles, this American Gunner outdid this Underwood from what I'm seeing, but let's do the measurement on the penetration first and see what we got. All right, so on penetration, the Underwood up top here looks like it stopped at 9.5 and is rebounded back to 9. The Hornady American Gunner on the bottom stopped at 12 and rebounded back to 11. So you got 9.5 versus 12. So pretty significant difference on penetration on both of those. So let me pull these projectiles and let's take a look at those. All right, y'all, let's get some projectile data. So on the right here is the American Gunner, the Hornady. On the left is the Underwood. And as you can see, the Underwood definitely expanded more. You can see how the height of those projectiles, it folded back way more, definitely folded back more. Now that being said, we'll measure them here in just a second. It's not that big of a difference in size. It is some difference, but not that much as far as size difference. So first thing we'll do is we'll get a weight on them here. I don't think it lost any. The American Gunner might be missing a little fragment or two, but let's check the weights on them. All right, so the American Gunner here is 90.6 grains, so nothing lost there. 90.6 on the American Gunner. On the Underwood, you're looking at 89.8. So 90.6 on the Hornady and 89.8 on the Underwood. So both of them pretty much the same weight they started with, I would imagine. Now, as far as the sizes on them, let's check this out. So here's the American Gunner. Looking at 46.9, 46.7, 48.7, 47. So anywhere from 47 to 48 basically on the American Gunner. On the Underwood, looking at 52, 49.9, 52.6, 51.3. So it is definitely bigger on this Underwood without a doubt. Now, with that being said, it had less penetration. So that little bit of difference in the expansion, is it worth giving up the little bit of difference in penetration? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As far as the performance on these, looked like they both did what they were supposed to do. I mean, they're 380, so you're only gonna get so much, but it looked like they both performed pretty well from what I can tell, but let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all, another 380 jelly test in the books. This one's pretty interesting. I didn't know really what to expect on this, and I'll be honest with you, I expected the Underwood to vastly outperform the Hornady American Gunner. I don't know why. The Underwood carries that kind of reputation as being a top tier, above and beyond kind of performing ammo, and I really didn't see it here, to be honest with you. The first question I have is, what the heck are they getting these box velocities out of? What size barrel? I mean, I'm working with a 3.5-inch barrel, which is arguably longer than the average 380 that most people are going to be using for defense. I mean, the 3.5 I'm using is probably at the top end of what most people are going to use for a defensive 380. So who knows what size barrel they're using on these things. Now, the Underwoods did have more velocity than the American Gunners, but like I say, neither one of them lived up to what they claimed on the box. Now, that being said, did that extra velocity equal extra performance in this gel? In my opinion, you really can't see it. Now, you can definitely see the difference in the expansion, but are those 0.03 of an inch, is it worth giving up penetration? In a 380, I personally don't think so. If I were going to choose one of these and had to choose only one of these these two and cost was no factor or whatever, I'd probably go with the Hornady American Gunner just because of that extra penetration, and it's got almost the same expansion on it. And I would say just by looking at the wound channel and what we saw now, I'll be able to tell further in the editing, but it probably dumped pretty much the same amount of energy when it entered the gel as the Underwood did. But I'd be interested to hear what y'all have to say about it down in the comments. Let me know. If you enjoy the video, as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification icon so when I upload new stuff, you can get notified and check it out. I appreciate that. Check my Amazon storefront affiliate link down in the description like I always ask you. If you do your shopping through Amazon anyway, hit that link up first. It takes you right through Amazon like normal from there. It don't cost you any extra money or time, and anything you buy anywhere on Amazon after hitting that link first, we get a kickback from Amazon towards the channel, so I really appreciate that. I appreciate all my Range Gang members who reached out and hit that join button. That really does help, and I thank y'all a lot for that. Appreciate every one of y'all who watches my videos, thumbs up, subscribes, and leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think about these two rounds. Which one would you pick? Did you see much difference in either one of them? Would you just go with whatever was available? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I'm going to try to get a few more things done while I'm out here. It's getting colder and colder and the sun's going down quickly. It's winter time. It is what it is. But I'm going to try to get a few more things done before I head out of here. So y'all stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see y'all soon.